Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here with another beer from abroad. In our last video we had a beer from Ukraine, technically. Today we are going back to Estonia. If you guys recall well, I absolutely loved a beer that I had as a gift from Pohjala brewery in Estonia, and I found another one. Of course, this is a completely different beer. The last one was a Cellar Series barrel-aged cocoa banger, a stout. This one is an IPA. Now, at first I thought this was also a English name, Vermalised, but for the life of me I had no idea what the word Vermalised meant. Apparently I'm not going crazy, it just doesn't seem to be an English word. It's not Vermalised, it's actually Virmalised, and that is Estonian for Aurora Borealis or Northern Lights. Of course, we don't have to talk about Pohjala again. I'll link through to the Cocoa Banger video and you'll get the history there. So we can jump right into the beer. And this is the Pohjala Vermalised IPA. And yes, I did search for the pronunciation and probably I'm still butchering it. But nonetheless, a powerful IPA with a citrus kick, Vermalised uses a blend of hops including Citra and Azaka. Now, I just love this brewery merely for the fact of how open they are. For example, they actually publicly announce all their ingredients. For example, this IPA has a malt bill containing Pilsner Zero, Cara Pale and Crystal 150, which is a bit all over the place. It's probably gonna be a not that pale beer. The hop bill, it has, as mentioned on the can, Citra and Azaka, but also Columbus and Yellow Sub. Yellow Sub, family of the Citra, I believe, and Azaka also very tropical, a bit of coconut, but especially, yeah, some tropical fruits. And Columbus probably during the cooking step for the bitterness. Hearing that, I'm already looking forward to tasting this beer. Now, nothing's holding me back, right? Let's taste it. I've had this in the fridge for a few weeks and I just didn't find the right time to open it up, so I'm very glad we finally got to it. Oh my. That is absolutely tropical. I don't really get the Citra in there, even though normally Citra is a very dominant strain of hop. Yeah, not so much here. I do get a lot of mainly mango, maybe some papaya, no, especially mango, a tiny bit of black pepper, but honestly I always have that idea with mango, so it's quite sweet. Got some grapefruit there as well. Yeah, quite citrusy but not bitter, so sweet citrus. The pink grapefruit, the confit, the sweet orange, the blood orange. Yeah, mainly that. Look at that swirl. Quite hazy. It is still rather pale, a bit paler than I expected. Very, I'd say golden yellow, but it's more yellow than golden. So a very yellowy, hazy, pale beer. And I absolutely love that veil in there. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful sights. That's also why I love conical glasses, because you can see that gradient from the wide part going into the narrow part. Some very white, crisp foam. Yeah, some variation in the bubbles. I'd say it's not that dense. It is nice and creamy, but it still has a lot of large bubbles as well. So let's pour in the rest as well. So with a large surface area. Ooh, that's a lot of mango there. A lot of Azaka that I'm smelling. Very, very tropical, very sweet, very fruity. Actually reminds me of the Allenshire by Antwerp Brewing Company. So yeah, we're already in for a hit. Still a lot of orange juice, the red blood orange, the very sweet orange. Yeah, wonder how it tastes. Cheers. That always catches me off guard. The very first taste that I get is quite bitter. And I'd say, yeah, full on grapefruit. Not the pink kind, not the sweet kind, just the yellow bitter kind. The absolutely lovely, thirst quenching, yeah, the strychnine smile kind. So absolutely lovely. Very grapefruity. I also get a lot of zest in the smell, by the way, so. A rather nice round mouthfeel, very balanced, very juicy, so quite dense, I mean by that. It is quite carbonated, but it doesn't have that large exploding bubbles. It's actually quite thin. It's like it has a thin veil of carbon dioxide running through there as well, boosting that bitterness from that grapefruit, and by that boosting all those aromas as well. It doesn't come across as very boozy. Now I forgot to check what the ABV is on this beer. 6.5%. Okay, that is very doable. It is also very drinkable. So if you're looking for a nice IPA to go out on for all night, I would recommend this. Yeah, this is actually very, very nice. Normally the Citra is a very dominant, has a very dominant flavor profile with all the straightforward citrusy, aggressive taste. And here it's pushed more to the background. So the grapefruit takes the upper hand, and this is mainly the yellow sub and the Azaka that are dominant, and Citra is just there to take care of the sides. It's just, yeah, to round things off. And yeah, absolutely lovely, very balanced. Chris Pilkington, you've done it again, and his team, of course. Yeah, I never expected to have such good brewers in Estonia, not really known as a beer country, but hey, what do you know? Again, more juiciness, a bit sweet, slight sweet edge, and a lovely dry, bitter, yet full aftertaste. Very thirst quenching as well. So again, a very summery beer, even though it's called Northern Light. I don't see this as a evening or night beer. I see this, again, as with many IPAs and lagers, I see this as a summery, beer after a bike ride, thirst quenching, enjoying that white flavor palette, very, like I said, very balanced. And normally I would pair very herbal and yeah, such beers, very heavy beers, with greasy and fatty foods, but in this case, because of the dryness and the bitterness, I would pair this as well with some fatty fish, some smoked salmon, trout, but just as well with a nice salad with some orange and some nuts. Yeah, I think this is a very versatile, lovely beer. Alright guys, I'm gonna keep it at that. All that's left for me to do is score this beer, and I honestly think I'm gonna give this a 4, maybe even a bit higher up. I'm not that much of an IPA fan, but this beer is so well brewed, so well balanced, that I just can't underscore this. So yeah, somewhere around 4. Alright, let's leave it at that. As usual, if you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you have any questions, remarks, let me know in the comments. I will be looking out for another collaboration, because apparently you guys like that. And yeah, if you want to know more, if you want to see those collabs or anything else, let me know. I'll get back to you guys, and hit subscribe, hit the bell icon. You get notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.